Hey everybody, do you want to make a D&D podcast like us or really any podcast? Well, then you got to know about Anchor. First off, my favorite part, it's very free. It's the most free. It costs no dollars. That's sick. Second part, you can start monetizing with their monetization tools immediately with no minimum listenership. Also very sick. You can now, this is new, you can take any song from Spotify and add it directly into your episodes. And let me tell you, that's freaking sick nasty. So download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today.
Last time on Lawful, Stupid, and Angel's Cove, William and Bee are ready to go on this adventure through the portal and save their friend, Lucien. You teleport through and you are in a location, but you can see this floating kingdom. You guys make your way through the town. You find a rather portly man. I'm the curator for the lowers.
This is an excellent happenstance. I was actually looking for you. I'm concerned. I heard some soldiers, the ones who will be escorting the diamond, talking about skipping out on their transfer duty. I've got a small crew. We're going to double up the patrol and essentially keep the upper museum guards where they need to be.
Here's the access card for the downstairs. And then you hear the trumpets. And you know that that's a call for the diamond to come up.
I flash the security card that I have.
Sorry about the inconvenience.
Thank you, I appreciate it. And then I pull Miss B along. We're going to take it the rest of the way. You guys get to enjoy the party.
This is awesome. It's awesome. Imagine army privates. They just think it's the best. They have alcohol. They are off shift. Then they leave and go around the corner.
Let's put it in my pocket and skedaddle.
You make your way back to the Elders Chapel. Sister, do you have it?
She'll take out the diamond from her pocket.
Is that a baby or a diamond? And he takes it from you and he says, "You'll have your friend back on the morrow." Lucien, you open your eyes to the sun beaming through in your face to this Elders building. And standing above you is Will and Miss B.
Told you we'd be here.
Welcome home, buddy.
So you've spent some time in Angel's Cove, and greatly after we're able to bring back our sweet Lucien. And we'll start off with William. He's strolling through the city proper, this new and amazing city that has been built after Miss B had been asleep for some time, and the village had grown into what is now the city portion. And I wonder, does Will feel at home in a more city-esque with, proper sidewalks now? The architecture is very different, but it's very much like a city. It's bustling.
It is his preference to be in the city, while this one feels very fairy tale in nature and still super strange. He's much better than where he's been in these shitholes and literally wading through shit. Yeah, I forgot about that until just now.
Yeah, and just as you mentioned, as you walk down the street by yourself, you are passing several other magical creatures that you've never encountered. There are mix and match. I'd say some of these you've only heard about.
Okay.
Yeah, so you probably have a lot of questions. And there are mix and matches of vegetation that mingle with the brick and mortar structures. And there are even some of these giant earth mounds that have been fashioned into buildings. Something you notice, and that is the centerpiece of this town that you noticed even when you first came into Angel's Cove from the wooded area. You see it now much closer. What look like one redwood tree are three massive, bigger than any building, any cluster of buildings together that stand 200, 300 feet tall in this city. And you can tell that these are similar to Chard and the other Wood Guard, except that these are just...
Zard, yeah.
What did you say?
Zard, yeah.
Chard the Guard.
Chard and Zard.
But you can see faces at the top as they peer out into the distance in different directions.
Gross. If there's faces on the trees,
Not like several different faces. It's
No,
like
I mean,
would be the
still-
tree is like a living tree, you know, when they were just
But like
looking
it's
out.
multiple faces.
No, just
Is
one,
it a face
one
per
tree.
tree? Oh, okay.
One face.
That's fine. I imagined multiple faces on a single tree. I was like,
That's
what
creepy.
fucking souls have been sucked into these trees? What a weird punishment. Anyways.
And so, yeah, you're taking a stroll through Angel's Cove.
Yeah, I am looking for a magical tailor shop.
Okay.
Because I have a magical cloak. I don't want a random tailor putting their hands on it and ruining
Yes.
my
Yes.
epic effect.
So there is, kind of just up ahead, you've been peeking your head into several different shops and maybe haven't been satisfied with what you found just yet. As you even walk in, William's taste is very, nope, not good enough.
Refined is the word.
That's a good enough. That's good. Refined.
Did you say that's a good nut? Never mind. It's fine.
He's beautiful and I love him and we all
Okay.
love him. Hey, if you love William, please go rate and review the show and tell us how much you love William. You stumble upon a pumpkin-shaped building. And it is a bright green color. It does have... and it's just tall enough that you can't peer into the windows. But the sign outside kind of has... It tells you the clothing and potions and more is what it says.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to enter this clothing and potions and more shop.
And as you walk in, a sweet smell hits your senses. And you see it's pretty busy in here. And in the very back of this room are several cages that have some animals in them. And you can tell that this isn't... They're not pets, but they're also not being treated badly. To the right are several clothes. There are several different clothes that seem to be like freshly dipped in some sort of dye, and they're sort of dripping into buckets. And then there's a large cauldron on the left side of the room, sitting on top of a fire, and something is brewing inside of that. And as you look around, clothes are being tailored by themselves. The cauldron is stirring itself, and there is a woman with a pointed black hat and white hair coming out of the back of it, and you're looking at her back. She's wearing a black cloak, and she seems to be peering into the cauldron.
I approach. Excuse me, ma'am.
And she turns, she says, "You come for clothing! Or animals or cauldron magic?"
I actually just need clothing that I already have, just adapted a little bit.
And she sniffs her, like, the shoulder. Seems it's been worn well, and well worn.
That's weird. I clean these often. Weird. He pulls his cloak off, his billowing cloak. I have this wonderful cloak, and I was hoping to add an emblem to it.
An
of
emblem?
sorts. Yes.
Okay, and what did you have in mind?
I wanted to add. So it's like a red cloak, right? That's what we've established.
Yes.
Okay, cool, great. I imagine now that we're talking about it, I imagine it's like the same color red on the back that's facing, but then the underside it's like a darker red. So it's actually two colors.
Can you change it over? Could you flip
No,
it
it's
like,
not
oh,
interchangeable.
dirty,
Come on,
dirty
he's not a
side,
child.
clean side? Okay.
It's just the inside is dark. That way it accents him from the front. So you have anyways.
What did Bill ask?
Fashion later. So it says, I'm looking to add a flaming raven in black on the back of this cloak.
And her eyes kind of light up, and she puts her hands together, fingers dawdling back and forth.
So we're clear, it doesn't need to actually do anything. It just needs to be a raven made of fire embroidered on this cloak without destroying the cloak's magical properties.
And she goes, I have just the thing, but it will take some time. if you have time to spare.
I'm told we're going to be here for an amount of time that equals whatever you need.
Perfect. Nondescript amount of time is exactly what I need.
Great. But really, how long is it going to take? It's important.
It's going to be 4 days.
Okay, great. I'll let Miss B know.
Well, hold on. Let me get the book out so I can take notes. And your name? Who's the buyer, the purchaser? Your name is?
Yes, no, it's important. You can call me Mr. Hardigan.
Say one more time.
Mr. Hardigan.
Mr. Hardigan. Okay.
First
and
name, William.
William Hardigan?
Middle initial B.
William B.
My friends
Hardigan.
call me Will.
Oh, I got it. I'll remember you.
Good.
Well, Mr. William B. Hardigan, I will have this ready for you, and I just heard it. You're very funny. I'll see you in 4 days.
Great.
And she kind of like motions for you to unclip it because you haven't done that yet.
Sure. I will unclip it again and hand it to her.
And she like Kobe's it into the cauldron.
John Wilkes Booth.
And you leave there.
Yeah, Pat. She didn't ask me for money, so I definitely leave.
She'll get you in the backside. Services haven't been rendered yet. You don't want to pay.
I got a plan.
You don't pay up front before you know what happens. All right. Where to now?
Yeah, that's good point. I want to go. It is greatly established in canon that that William spent 24 hours with Marguerite, which would be Mrs. B's sister. I want to go talk to her.
Yeah, I think she actually has enjoyed your company. And so you will take the trek back to the old village. It's probably half an hour walk for you. And
wait, they're in the shit part of town? The old village?
Yes, that's where the elders. If you want to meet her there, or do you want to meet her at her own home?
I want to go to her house. That's important.
Okay. I think it's later in the day that you do that. Like she kind of her day job is attending to issues of the village, and so she's back home later in the day. Is she expecting you, or are you just showing up?
I think she's expecting me.
And is there dinner?
So I was going to say, I brought that William would bring like cheese crackers, and boy howdy, man, my notes don't have what the alcohol he purchased in Zalen's was.
Chainbreaker.
Did he not purchase any? No, that was the drink.
Oh yes. Wait. So what are you looking for?
Did he not purchase any? Oh, maybe he purchased something different. Oh, that's fine. I know that I spent a chunk of money on some alcohol.
I did not write down.
Oh, well.
You can just imagine it now. You did buy a bunch of Chainbreaker though.
I didn't buy any Chainbreaker. He took them.
Steel Reserve? I think you got some Steel Reserve, right?
So, yeah, just bring your cheap ass beer. Fine, I bring like a bottle of wine, like whatever is like nice for the place, right? Whatever you want to fancy up for me.
Yeah. Just some grape wine. Fairy grapes wine.
Then absolutely not. I find blackberry wine. And
okay, you're gonna bring. Okay, and you bring it over and knock on the door. Just 1 minute. And you hear some plates being set down. And then you hear the footsteps coming over, and she opens the door. Oh, William. Yes, come on in.
No, good, thank you.
So you, and dinner's almost done, and she sees the bottle of wine. Is that for us tonight? Is that for? for the dinner?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. And she takes that back over and sits it on the table, and she says, well, I'm glad we're getting this time, and you said you had something in particular that you wanted to talk about.
Yes, I did. It's important. But let's eat and have a drink or two before we talk about this. I don't know that sober minds are for this conversation.
And she kind of has brows furrowed and says, okay, well, yeah, give it about 5 or 10 minutes. We can wash up and start eating. And so that time does pass, and the table is set. She serves you, even. She sets your plate up, and you perhaps pour the drink for both of you. And you've been eating for a while. Food is delicious. I don't know. I don't know if you compliment her.
Oh yeah, of course. I compliment her staff. She didn't make this. There's no way. She's got a staff. There's no
Literally.
way she made this.
She's magical. It's a staff that did magic.
It's the staff. It talks. It sings songs.
Thanks for the
Be our
compliment.
guest. Be our guest.
I smoke. Okay, I'm a rod. I'm a smoking rod. Get over it.
Anyways, Marguerite, it's important that I ask you a question first. So this town, Angel's Cove, I'm definitely getting the vibe that it's a secret racist tree mafia. How far off am I as far as like there being a weird underbelly in this town that your family rules?
And she, what are you talking about? And she just stares at you. She's like, have you had too much to drink?
Perfect, denial is wonderful. I'm gonna roll an insight. Is she lying to me? Is she hiding something? It's important.
Okay.
Do I think she's lying? Can I roll?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought you were rolling.
I just want to make sure you're the DM. You can tell me, because if it's a waste of a roll,
No, it's not.
then
This
it's
is juicy.
Okay. No, it's juicy even. Okay. I like the juice. Not a terrible roll. What's my proficiency modifier? 19.
Okay, so your question was, is she like
The crux of the question with William's flavor side is there some family business that is ruling this town that she's a part of?
and she says, well, I'll tell you this, and I'll tell you what the result is. She says, well, you know that we are the elders, and my family sort of has been the head of, all of this for a long time, but by no means do we like have an iron fist on everything. People can come and go as they would please, but people choose to come here. What you will know based on your role, she's not telling you everything. She seems to be hiding something.
Yeah, don't need to know everything. William knows about the racist tree mafia. We're fine.
Great. It's important. Your sister, you like her? Yeah. There's not some weird you want to kill her, like a sister side situation.
No, why would you think that? Whatever made you think that?
No, it's important.
For what reason?
Because of what I'm about to tell you. Have you ever heard of a group called KNG?
KNG does not ring a bell for me.
It's the Night's Night God. Yes, terrible name, I get it.
Who thought of that?
A great and powerful person who would never smite me for insulting his work, I'm sure. But yeah, it's a dumb name. It's important. You haven't heard of it?
No, should I? Should I know who they are?
Well, you're about to. So, KNG is a group that myself, your sister, and our friend Lucien all work for.
Oh, okay.
And they're a terrible group. Essentially, to give you the Cliff Notes version, a dark, insidious force runs it with a front of a "we're trying to help all of Nova Terra" on top of it. There's some double agent stuff with Grandma Misery. and some weird timey-wimey, noodly stuff. I'm actually from 600 years ago. So is Miss B, obviously. She's much younger than you, though you're the pretty one. So there's going to be a problem. And in this problem, your sister and Angel's Cove will be in great danger.
Hold
Mainly
on.
because...
Let me stop you there. Angel's Cove will be in danger? Why would that be?
Well, you did aid and abet us. Here's the tricky part. We're a part of K&G.
Okay.
And I mentioned it's at its core evil. Well, we're going to solve that problem, and when they realize that you've helped us, that sinister force is going to probably look here for us, and they are ruthless. Truth be told.
A few questions for you.
I'm not done with my premise, but for sure, questions first.
I just need to... I haven't had time to speak with my sister yet, so I imagine some of these things will be the same conversation, so this will help me be caught up with her.
Sure.
So the K&G is evil, and why do you say that? What makes them...
Let's be clear. They're evil in the way that they're nice to everyone's face. They have a good plan to capture relics and powerful people and imprison them for the safety of the world. Sounds good on theory. However, everyone who joins, their memory is wiped. They're then brought in and given memory restoration pills. Then there's this matter of a fortune-telling wall that they run you through that then shows you your future. And so it's important that mine comes true, because the K&G isn't telling us everything, and what we do know are these powerful dragon skulls out there, and if they are all put together and used incorrectly, well, it's... For all we know, it's the end of Nova Terra. And your sister, myself, and Lucien apparently were there 600 years ago and stopped it. Kind of. Do you know what an invoker is? Are you privy to that?
And she looks at you. Can you roll an insight check for me?
I would love to.
I guess it's more perception because you're seeing it instead of checking for it.
It's the same stats. 20 nasty. 20 modded.
She says, maybe a little. And you know that she absolutely knows something.
Okay, great.
He fucking raises his hand and like sets his chain on fire. I'm one.
And she stares at you and she says, William, how did you become an invoker?
Mostly I just draw fire out of the world and into my body, and it hurts.
William, this is not heard of outside of Angel's Cove in recent years. I don't want to jump to conclusions, and I have a lot of questions now. Things are changing at a rapid pace, it seems. You said 600 years old. I'm assuming, and this is just on what I know, because I've been around for a while, seems like you and my sister and Lucien fell victim to the dragon's curse. And you were asleep?
Maybe. I mean, we definitely did a long sleep. For sure.
I mean, that's the only way you could be alive that long and preserved.
Confirmed. I'm not an elf.
But no one ever that we've seen, because we had our own who were subject to the dragon's curse. You know, when it happened, it's not like we were... it affected those using magic, and for a long time, we couldn't use magic. But no one ever comes back. No, in our history, no one has come back.
Yeah, you can see where the K&G recruited us, stole us, has us working for them, and they're evil.
This is all very perplexing. I'm not sure what to say.
Well, that's good. Because I just need you to know that I'm going to come calling for help at some point, because I'm going to take the KNG apart piece by piece, ideally starting at the top, but if I have to take toe by toe by toe, I will. I don't like being lied to, I don't like being fucked with, and they did a lot of both. And now I have friends that I actually like, and so I'm not going to let the KNG fuck with them. Fuck with me, fine, I'm a fucker, but not my friends.
When you say that you're not gonna lie to them, lie to your friends, that she says, "Okay, well." Until this moment, I didn't want to talk about some things, and I really probably shouldn't talk to you first about this.
It's okay. Me and Mrs. B are real close. Not as close as you and I, but real close.
Well, she's going to be very upset when she hears this. I mean, maybe not, but if I was her, I would be. And she says, "Will you follow me?" And so she stands up and kind of pushes her food back, and she brings her drink.
Of course. He grabs the bottle. Let's be real. He grabs the bottle.
And her home is, obviously it's going to be larger than some of the others. You can tell that it's, over the years, has been added on. There are several other rooms. It's 2 or 3 stories. Marble floors. So it's a pretty fancy place as far as, being the elders of this village goes. And she walks over to a wall and she presses like a keypad, presses some buttons on a keypad. And this door opens. Looks kind of like a false wall type thing. And she walks you down these stairs, and you can hear the sounds of the steps, the concrete steps bouncing off the walls as you walk down. And down below seems to be like a library, a study. And she says, "I didn't want to talk about it up there. Hardly anyone knows this. And again, I'll have this conversation with my sister. We felt a massive magical energy spike.
You're welcome.
A few weeks ago. No, William. A few weeks ago. And so we sent out some scouts to figure out what it is, because magic's kind of our thing. And so if there's something that we are sensing, that's a problem. Do you understand?
Yes.
We're kind of like the hub of where magic can almost begin. And if you know anything about planes and magic, where they draw powers from, we're as close as you can get to natural and powerful magic from the planes, because of the nature, literally nature, of how we exist.
Yeah, sure, that all makes sense. I don't have the math for it, but I get it.
Well, and again, I'm very interested in how you yourself are an invoker.
Mostly just the feel, but that's fine.
It is a feel, and we teach that. And so we have a school here that we teach. We have selection processes for pulling certain students in who can be trained to become invokers, because we feel they're important. So we sent some people to check out this spike, but those people have not returned. And it's been weeks. That's abnormal. And so I don't know about this KNG, but I feel like it probably has something to do with what you're talking about. The 2 incidents are connected. What do you think?
I think it is important to ask you, is that magical spike you felt, was it in the direction of oh, there's a city's name that I'm blanking on. Gosh, this is why Mrs. B is...
South Barrow. Just specifically. Sort of that area.
Is it
Southern ice continent.
It's not what my notes said. Black is the closest. Mapelli. Is it near Mapelli?
No, this one was much further south.
Interesting. Okay. So this came from South Barrow, is it what you're saying?
The problem is, we think it came from the Catacomb Isles. That's, you know about Catacomb Isles, correct? Your face tells me no. That's where all the bodies are buried from the dragon's curse. They're still there today. There's a big bubble over it. It's can't get in, can't get out type thing, and so it's something there is going on.
Yeah, okay, well, that's a place I'm not sure I want to be.
Yeah, none of us want to be near that. It's not a good remembrance of what happened, and everyone's got loved ones there.
But you're getting magical climaxes from that.
The other thing I needed to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much you knew about Miss B and her relationship with her husband, Neo. They were the tightest. I mean, there's statues in the city for them, for Pete's sake. And we did that because they made a world where everyone could feel comfortable, no matter what walk of life he came from. I mean, Neo was a human. She was an elf. We know that when we marry someone who are not elves or are in love with someone, that we're going to be lonely and feel that hurt for a long time. So when Miss B left to go out with presumably you and Lucien to figure out the dragon's curse, I know that's why she left. She left Neo in a state where he was dying. And, well, he did die. But he had some good days while she was gone and was very lucid and was able to have some conversations. And we talked a lot about what was coming and what was happening because of the dragon's curse. So after he died, we brought him back to life for a while. And we shouldn't have. We don't do that.
Yeah, no, that's pretty bad. When someone dies of natural causes and you bring them back. That's, that gives me the heebie-jeebies, and that's a problem.
But what you don't know is Neo's family were the original. They had a lot to do with the Invokers originally. They had studied them. And Neo was very interested in the connection to the gods. Yes. And so we used his knowledge to write down everything we could, and we only had a couple months. And then he slipped away again.
And you have this book, yes?
The notebook is in Miss B's home. I would invite you to go check it out.
Let's go.
But again, can you please let me be the one to tell Miss B this? I do
don't worry about it.
Listen. B to have you tell her that. It's already going to be hard enough.
It's probably important, since we're just having this conversation, that I don't say pretty much anything about what we've done together to Miss B. You know, for Miss B and I's friendship.
I want to help you and your team because I want to help my sister.
Is that a yes? I feel like that's a yes. That you keep my secret, I keep yours.
Absolutely, yes. I mean, that's
perfect. Great.
I'm very worried about her feelings right now, and Neo is something you don't bring up. You know, it's just, I get it.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Where in their home would this notebook be? And
on his bookshelf.
Why did you take all these notes and put it in their home versus somewhere much more secure? Are there a bunch of magical traps?
No. So their home is locked and only can be getting in, and she pulls a key out and hands it to you with this. We maintain it. My brother and I. We have maintained it all these years. No one else.
Okay. Can I have a key then? Or do I
she hands you the key.
Yeah, that's much better. Alright. Well, then I suppose I'll go there in the morning then.
Okay, yeah, nightcap.
Perfect. Perfect. Fast forward to the next scene.
Alright, you fast forward, you wake up in your digs. We haven't even talked about where you guys stay, but there's plenty of cottage space in this old town.
Where? I don't think so.
You wake up next to Devin the DM.
As I'm leaving the estate, I'm not trying to make it weird, but definitely a thing has happened. As I'm leaving the estate, heading towards Neo's, I summon Eshi.
Oh, it's about time. It's tough being stuck in your head all the time. This is a nice place, don't you think?
But this is a weird thing to just. Well, we'll cruise by that later. It's weird. It's a little it's a little city, but a little magic for me. But that's fine. I know you tend to tune in and out of my life. Did you hear the bits about Neo and the Invoker and his family being the OGs?
Yeah, I did. And I knew some Invokers myself, but I didn't know that he was kind of in that time working to know more about him.
So apparently there's a notebook in their family home. We're going to go get it.
Well, that'll be good. What's in it?
I don't know, but we're going to go do that without telling Mrs. B. Probably not the best of ideas. And not necessarily something I'm feeling great about. However, if it's related to, us, I thought it'd be best we just ask for forgiveness.
Yeah, and
not permission.
She's pretty forgiving, right?
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I think so. This is exciting.
Yeah, no.
This is like the thing. This is what we do.
I think we're fine. Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, you're right. Let's go. Let's go.
And you make your way downtown, and you find the house that is Miss B's. You've been given the address.
Describe Mrs. B's dark wooded home.
Yeah, give me 1 second. She was very specific about this.
Yeah, no, I remember. That's why I give. Well, I don't know. I got her light description.
So the outside of the house is made from a dark but warm wood, I would say. There is a chimney that is a brick chimney, dark brick. Several windows here, but you see that they have curtains on them, so they're closed up. You can't just see inside of the house. It's a moderately sized house. Probably think 2-bedroom, maybe 3-bedroom, bath and a half, 1 story.
It's not a mansion. Got it. Just like a small little ranch house. What's the state of it? Is it fucked up? It's in decent shape.
It looks brand new. They, like I said, the brother and sister maintained it, and there is off to the right side a fairly sizable garden that still has different vegetables and area for flowers growing as well.
I'm gonna pick me a fucking vegetable. Give me a unique vegetable from your land.
All right, hang on.
That is edible, and William would know. Let's world build together. The super pickle. Oh, dude, give me a fucking spicy vegetable.
Would you?
Like a pepper. Or a berry. Oh, fuck, man. This is a perfect opportunity to switch William over from blackberry wine to something else berry related.
It's a, you know what? It's a pepperwood berry.
It's a pepperwood berry. Okay.
Yes.
Describe that to me.
So the berry itself is about the size of a quarter by human American standards. You know that it's ripe when it has turned from a dark purple, is when it's just small, probably the size of a dime, to a fiery orange.
Ooh.
When you bite into it, the juices will attack your mouth, and it is sweet and then sets you ablaze, but then is sweet on the finish.
Sweet, spicy, sweet. This sounds like mango habanero to me.
Yeah,
I love it.
So that's a pepperwood berry.
He gets a handful then, and just is snacking on them as he goes up to the front door.
Perfect. And okay. And you'd like to go in, I assume, just with the key?
Yeah, just turn it.
And you do, you go in. And you walk in, and it looks like it's been lived in. It's not dirty, it's not dusty. There are pictures, family pictures, all over the walls. presumably of Beatrice. Well, they are Beatrice and Neo, and then the family, and just kind of presumably. Is that Miss B?
That looks a lot like Miss B, but you never can
Did
tell.
Neo move on?
What kind of elf are you?
How many lives did he live? He just she didn't come back. Was I supposed to wait forever? I don't know. 2 months is a long time. And so you are able to walk around in this room.
I go to find a bookshelf. I really don't want to like creep in her home. I'm just looking for the bookshelves and look for this notebook that was described to me.
Is Eshy still out with you? She's still kind of summoned.
Oh, absolutely. No one's around, so.
Yeah, you get in the living room. There doesn't appear to be anything, but you go into the first bedroom that you come to. We'll say it's to the back of the house, and as you walk in, there is a bookshelf, and it is. I mean, the whole back wall is full of different books and manuscripts and textbooks of all sorts. As she's still kind of looking around the living room, perhaps at a smaller bookshelf that was in there.
Sure. There's not like any like wait staff in here, right?
No, there's no one in here. No one is allowed in here
cool.
except for Marguerite and Lafayette.
And now
William and Eshy.
Allowed. It's loose, I suppose.
If you want to do an investigation roll for me.
I would love to. I'm real bad at them, I believe. But that's okay. Yeah, 3. I got a 3.
Yeah, and you're digging around, and you just can't seem to find what you might be looking for as you dig through the shelves over and over again.
I imagine it takes me longer to even, because I'm trying not to make a mess, right? It's not like I'm just book. I'm like going very carefully. I'm not trying to destroy her home or leave any trace that he was here.
She knows immediately. As she comes into the room, can you roll a perception check for me?
That I can do, and that I think I'm better at. Not much better. Let's see. 5. Weak rolls.
So you don't notice that you're digging around in these books, and as she's at the door, she's like, "Did you find it yet?"
No. Books are not my thing. You're aware of this.
She says, "I think I see it."
Then by all means.
She reaches over, and I don't know if you stand up to kind of see where she's going to be pointing at, but it's at the very top. For sure. And she points to this one that's kind of like got a symbol on the spine. It's a very thin book, almost like it looks maybe like a journal size, with a.
Pull it freely.
Yes, and as you do it, there's a few symbols on the front of this that are kind of glowing.
Mm-hmm.
And you open the book, and so as you go through this book,
okay, no deck save. That's a good sign.
Let's see what we got here. So inside, you begin to read, and they seem like scribbled notes. It's not like a long text. It's kind of just chunks of information that you have. It's almost and scribbled down, and you can read it.
Well, I don't want to. Let's be clear. Here is the shitty part of what William's going to do. He's going to place that in his suit.
Oh, okay.
With this coming with us, I need time. He is not a good bookman. So now that I've acquired book number 1,
yes.
Now I need to acquire the possible other books that I've come for. We were in Mrs. B and Neo's home. I need to look for maybe like family tree books or potentially like the
just
equivalent
like genealogy
of photo
type
albums. Yeah, like whatever they would use to remember their family history. Like most like historical things would have like writs of patronage or like patronage novels that would talk about the people in their family if they were like wealthy and notable. Think A Knight's Tale where they have to get a fucking writ of patronage, and it's got something like that talks about their history. As these were the OG invokers, I'm going to be needing that information.
Well, I think in this same room, there's probably a large book on like a podium type thing by a window. Again, the window's closed, and if you were to look at that, you would see that it looks like it would be something that may have all that information.
If I thumb through that, I want to know if that's a combination of Neo and Mrs. B's, because I just want Neo's stuff. I can ask Miss B about her stuff. I don't want to ask Miss B about Neo. There's a lot of conflicting things around that.
Yeah, I think Neo's side of the tree, he does have some entries, but he doesn't have nearly as many. It seems like he didn't care as much. Once he and Beatrice were together, he's probably got 4 generations ahead of him.
Okay, I look out the window. Is anybody approaching? We good? We chill?
Roll a perception check for me.
Okay. It's a 13.
You don't see anyone outside the window.
Let's see. Okay, I don't see anybody. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, the handful of entries that have Neo's information on them, I'm going to ever so gently rip them out.
You do.
And then I also place those next to my journal. And then I look at Ashley and I say, "Don't give me that look." And then I want to exit the home.
Anyway. She says, "Hold on. I need you to roll another perception check for me."
Hold on. Do you see? Bro, the game is processing. Do you see? Oh, yeah. I sure fucking do. I believe natural 20 plus 1, 21.
There is, as you guys are leaving, one of the family pictures that has it's one's got Miss B in it, and it's got the most amount of people in the picture that for generations down, grandkids that you've seen in the house. It's the last one that's got her included in it, and there is something, a glowing red, coming like words coming through the front of the photo.
Oh, like. From behind?
Like from behind. So it looks like the words are backwards.
I lift that fucking photo up ever so gently and set it down.
So the words seem foreign to you. Like maybe not. What languages do you speak?
Are they in? Yeah, I was say I got Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, Primordial, and Curie, which I believe is.
Yeah. So you were able to maybe not.
You weren't expecting me to have Primordial, were you?
I am now. Well, here's what I'll tell you. Like, you can't understand, like, Chinese symbols, but if someone was to put the words they're saying into, like, English letters, now I can say them, but you maybe still don't know what that word means, right?
Yeah, no, it's like kanji. Yeah.
So that's kind of how this is. It says something, and the words don't make sense.
Okay. What does it say? Tell me.
Do you say the words?
Aloud?
Yes.
I want to read them before I say them aloud. William would read them before he speaks them.
Okay, I'm going to write this in here, and this is on the fly. It means nothing.
Oh, well, never mind, then don't do that. That's silly. I say the word aloud. Say the words aloud.
Okay, and
I just thought you would have it written down. I thought you were prepared.
Well, I have the words, but they're just in English, what the meaning of these words are.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Well,
yeah, just tell me that.
So you say the words, and as if you're hit in the head, you and Eshi are transported to a place, and you wake up, and
oh shit,
it's beautiful here. It almost looks very similar to Angel's Cove. It's a large, expanse, open, just field for in any direction, just green grass that you can see, and there are people who are just milling about, kind of just like zombies, not really. Like they slowly look up at you, and there are hundreds, thousands of people in this field.
I'm gonna tap on somebody nearby.
And they turn, and look at you. And this person, you know. You spent time with them. It's Breeze.
Oh, hey, Breeze.
Help us. Get us out of here. And so more people begin to turn and kind of look at you.
Breeze, where are we?
Get us out of here. And as she says,
great.
William, we're on a plane. A different plane.
Yeah, well, it's not the fire one.
I don't know what this one is. I've heard about several of them, but this one doesn't seem to be anything that I've seen before.
Well, where the green grass grows, and that I don't know that of a plane. Are these like? Do they have a creepy ass fucking smile, or are these more like shells of like the people that, or at least the shell of Breeze?
Yeah, kind of the shell of yes, just very like downtrodden. Mm-hmm. Everyone looks very tired.
Okay, it is fair to say that William would know what day today is in your world, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. He's gonna put his hand on Breeze. He's gonna squeeze really hard.
Ow.
Does Breeze react?
Yeah, so you get just...
Okay, alright, I'm gonna ask normal Breeze when I see you if he felt that, just to see. Hey, no, but I'm gonna need more than help us. Okay. I use Mind Link and get in Breeze's head.
Alright, this is good. I didn't want to go here, but I didn't expect to go here, but this is good. So, what are you going for Mind Link? Is this so you can connect with him, or can you
Mind
see?
Link is my Kalistar ability to talk to somebody in their mind hole, right? So as long as they can speak a language, as long as the creature has a language, we don't have to share one. As long as it has one. So I say, how do I help you?
And he just, the kind of visage of Breeze kind of just, he's shifting for a moment, staring at you. He says, I'm trying to come through, man. I'm trying to. You gotta get us out of here. Help us.
Where is here?
Home. Get us home. Away from here. And he like points up and around.
I look up and around.
And then it's like it's too much, and he drops again.
What's above me?
You just see a clear blue sky.
But when's the last time? Fuck, can I roll a history check? So
what do you want to know?
I'm trying to remember as William the last time I saw Breeze, because I can only remember the last time I saw him was on the nightmare train. But that doesn't seem right.
I think that's the last time you did see him. Because you guys have since then, made your way here.
And it was safe. Do I see anybody else I recognize near me?
Well, I'm going to say, as you're like trying to figure out these things, you are tapped on the shoulder. And you turn around. And who you see before you is yourself.
Oh, that's okay, yeah. Alright. Oh, devilishly handsome. Great. Good to see that comes through. Hello, self. This should be where to...
Help us. And boom, you're transported back into the living room where the picture was described.
It's very important to note that I, whatever those words are, I fucking jot them down. I will be writing those down. And I'm just going to write down words that transport me to hell found in Neo's house. Got it. We'll try those again later. Maybe there's a internal cooldown.
And she says, what just happened?
Well, if you remember the fortune telling wall where it shows your fortune and it tells you what's going to come true?
I think so. That's what you... Yeah. We'll say yes.
Yeah, this is 100% what I'm going to call Midnight's Meadow, where everything goes wrong. That's what that seems like. I don't know why.
That was you.
Well, yeah, that was weird that I was there. And Breeze was there. I'm gonna have questions for Mrs. B. But why was this here, and why did it transport us to the Midnight Meadow is the question.
I don't know. Something's going on. Something big is happening.
Well, here's what I know, and I put the painting back. We've been here longer than we intended, and I don't want to be busted here. So, maybe we skedaddle.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to sleep and see if I can maybe try to get back there. I don't know if I can. We'll see. I don't know how magic works in that world, but I've been to some other planes before you, and
was it a plane or was it a dream? It's important because was William actually transported?
You were there.
Okay, it wasn't a dream. Got it. Yeah, she did have other plans for me.
And I think if there's nothing, if there's nothing else that you want to do,
I mean, I want to go talk to Margaret about this.
All right, let's do it.
I go back, and because I need to return the key anyways.
Yeah, that's a good steward of that.
Yeah, and I go through, and like I'm in a hurry, I'm flustered, which is not a good look on William. And I just like walk into the door, manners benign, be damned. Margaret, I found the weirdest shit in their home, and I just need to know if you know.
And she's a little worried, and I think if she's across the room, she comes like closer to you to like, shh, keep it down. Yeah, yes, what is it?
I fuck it. I make a mind link with her. I say it in her mind. I found a photo, a painting, and behind it there was some text, and when I read it aloud, I was transported to a world, a plane that had myself and other people that I know, and they're all weird, like shells of themselves asking for help and to free them. So I don't know how I got to the Midnight Meadow, but I did. What do you know about it?
You sure this wasn't from the alcohol last night?
Super positive. That wasn't nearly enough, my dear, to like do anything to me.
So you say that you were on one of these planes?
Yeah.
Which one?
Meadow.
I don't know how
Midnight Meadow.
No. You're calling it the
Midnight Meadow because it's fucking terrible. You know, the clock to midnight, the count to doom. That's what it seemed like.
And who did you see?
You've got that here, right? I saw Breeze.
I don't know.
Breeze. He's a really cool dude. I'm just glad you met me first and not him. He is really cool. Like the Breeze. But he wasn't nearly as cool as he was because all he would say was help us. And then he pointed up and did one of those like, gather up, partners, where he spins his, and then he looked up and it was nothing but clear skies to me. He is on a much bigger plane than I am, and it's
How did you get there?
I don't know what I'm supposed to help. Well, I read the words on the wall of Mrs. B and Neo's home behind the photo of all of them.
What words?
Get high, therefore, Sakosh.
And she says, "You don't know what that is?"
It transports me to the Midnight Meadow.
The phrase that you just said in means bring them home. Where did you find this?
Behind a painting, in Mrs. B's home, there's a painting of Neo and his family.
Okay. I have to do some research.
Great. If you find anything, you let me know.
Don't say anything about this until I can get some more information. Tell your friends. Don't tell anybody in the city, like my people. Let me handle...
Actually, it's important that you probably shouldn't tell my friends. 100% didn't tell Miss B I was going into her house.
Well, I won't say anything. This is secret for secret again. Cool. Here we are again.
Yeah, secret for secret. Cool.
But I'm going to talk to my bro.
Okay.
And you do what you got to do. But what I'm saying is, if you can... No one else outside of that circle.
Yeah, 100%. So I'm going to lay low. Gonna go to that cool bar I saw and drink. The one with the gargoyle heads that your sister broke.
She got so much trouble for that. She was grounded for weeks. It was great. All right. And I think you leave and you feel maybe a little freaked out. Maybe a little glad that you got your book that you're looking for. So that's like kind of something you meant to do. Maybe like you betrayed B a little bit, but for good reasons. And on your way to get drunk.
Yeah. That's the nice part. Yeah. It's all a happy ending, really. You know, it's about the ending, not the journey.
It is. It's true. Everyone says that. And so you see Argyle, and he's there, and I imagine you harass him endlessly.
Did I last time?
Yes, I'm pretty sure you did.
I just assumed.
About.
Just for having a dumb name.
I just remember it wasn't great interaction for some reason.
Oh, because he's a fucking racist. I'm sure. Oh, it was about sex. That's right. Everything, yeah. He's weird about sex. That's right.
He didn't know. He doesn't know it was about sex. And so that's where we'll end this episode. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to this episode. Where it ended up is very funny to me. Poor Argyle just can't make it in the world. So this episode, I thought Shane was going to be on it. Hey, Shane, do you want to do... No, you probably don't have your thing on.
No, it's fine. We are going to do a roll for humanity, and that's going to go to what I believe we determined was Trick or Treat UNICEF.
Got it.
And that roll is going to be... 1 second. 12.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Above average. Way better than some of my rolls. So that's a strong start. And since the others aren't here, I will go ahead and do all their parts as well.
Go ahead.
So you can go. Oh, I got to do mine, first of all. Shop.lawfulstupid.org. God forbid if we don't have some sweet art of what a fucking pepperwood berry looks like. Maybe not even a sticker, but I just want to see what he fucking described. Everyone. But if you want to request that art, you can join our Discord and at Avon aggressively for these pepperwood berries. Don't do that. She's super sweet. That's not very nice. She just moved in a house. But also, I want to see what pepperwood berries look like. Nope, not peckerwood, just pepperwood berries. So yeah, join our Discord. Go support us using shop.lawfulstupid.org or our affiliates area, because both those work great. And Trick or Treat UNICEF worked out awesome.
Great. Thanks, D. Did a good job. We will end it with a good news story that you kind of get to do all the things too. You get to play all the parts.
Oh, great. Okay, this is fun.
I can't wait for you to do the sheeple part.
Oh God, yes. Wake up, sheeple!
Your title or the line is Curious Whale Nudges Paddleboarder in Argentina in Stunning Video.
I would be freaked out. Correct me if I'm wrong. because I never really understand Avon's part. Is Avon's part like the innocent but good misunderstanding?
Sweet story of it, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's a whale nudges a paddleboarder. The sweet misunderstanding that isn't really talked about is that the whale nudged that paddleboarder to safety, who had actually had like a heart condition, and now the whale has actually saved the paddleboarder.
Well, that's great. Okay.
Yeah.
Now for
what they don't tell you is the whale did cause the heart attack by leaping up and scaring the paddleboarder. Now, since Shane's not here, I'm gonna drop the nitty truth on you. For those of you out here just believing what they tell you, just fucking reading headlines, not even the whole article,
just the headlines.
Just the headlines. Do your own research, but don't. I did it for you. Don't ask for sources. You don't need them. You don't fucking need them. But listen, it's important you know that those people out there, this paddleboarder, the reason he had a heart attack and was saved is he's doing unnatural things with that whale. Wake up, sheeple! He's doing terrible things to those animals. That's not what they intended.
You know who you sound like? Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the video. The guy talks about movies you can't watch because of like what kind of movie they are, and he's like, Monsters Inc., Humanizing Demons, Pocahontas, Decent Up and Human. Don't do it.
No, I just embraced my local community, and I thought about how they would say anything pro-Trump. Do your own research. So that's where I summoned that up from. Yes, sheeple.
I got a good next one. The next episode. Well, hey everybody.
Good, cool.
How we usually end it.
We
And
love
we do
you.
mean it. We love you. Bye.
Bye.